Hi, I'm Brian McLachlan and this is Deep Thought Balloon, little videos about comic stories, pop culture, and other stuff. Let's talk superhero color theory. Color theory is used by corporations to help hint how they'd like you to see their brand, like how Lowe's, Ford, and Facebook all want you to trust them, like you can count on there being a wide blue sky and sea stretching on forever each day. This same color theory applies to character design. I wrote about this for Comics Alliance a while ago, and you should check out the links, but here's a distilled version. Let's start with a quick and dirty color guide. Colors get their meaning from universal things in the real world. I already explained why blue is dependable, but the sky and sea are also usually calm and peaceful. Red is blood, so it's passion, love, strength. Yellow is warmth, optimism, and energy, from the sun coming out to brighten your day or a campfire flickering with heat. Green is nature, growth, and freshness. Purple is royal like robes, creative because it's novel, much less common than a blue sky and green grass and leaves. But it's also the color of bruises and sickly death, often for villains. Orange is friendliness and confidence, bright and cheerful as a color. It's often used for things that are supposed to be funny. Because a joke needs to surprise you, you need a new thing, and maybe that's the robin in spring, the leaves in autumn, the ripening fruit. White is emptiness, innocence of the unpainted canvas and mother's milk, but also can be the starkness of the bones of old death. Black is the dark, secrets, but it's also something bold like the word written out in black on white. Black clothes are formal, afraid to send the wrong message with a color. They stay neutral. Now let's apply these ideas to comics. Notice how iconic heroes who have connected with huge audiences for decades usually have two main colors and an extra accent color, plus a black outline. Some hero colors are trying to say too much, and some too little. Those heroes have their fans, but they're usually more niche in appeal, as focused or as scattered as their color choices. The biggest heroes usually have the primary colors red, blue, and yellow, but the biggest focus on passionate red and dependable blue. Ones with the bright, optimistic yellow accents give them all three primary colors, a whole package deal. Ones with white have a pure innocence to them, like a teenager and a believer in American values, despite its history. Compare them with the most popular red and yellow heroes. The yellow energy without the dependable blue makes them hotheads and more childish or childlike. These are all teens, man-children, or goofy characters, except maybe the Flash, whose yellow is mostly about his energy. Each color can convey more than one thing, and that's okay. Your character doesn't need to embody everything about a color, just something that's important to them. Take a second to think about how these two groups of heroes make you feel differently. Can't you just feel the color theory at work? Let's look at the last primary color combination, blue and yellow, to bring us into some second-string heroes. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what each color combo is saying. Luke Cage and Booster Gold live in a world of superheroes and decided to dress up like them for fortune and fame. So they have that gold, but not that red emotional stake. And the X-Men are supposed to be heroes, but outsiders. They can be passionate about each other, but they fight baddies because they want to be model citizens compared to the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, not out of a passion for justice. Their yellow is like the lighthouse, a beacon of hope for other mutants. Dr. Fate's helmet and cape show yellow as gold, an eternal material for mystic items, with his deep ocean blue of knowledge. And Thanos fits here too. His purple skin gives him away as a baddie, but his costume colors signify he will be as powerful as the heroes. He could almost replace them. Green is a primary color for light, and there are lots of green heroes, but they're usually not the most popular heroes. They often have green skin to mark them as alien and different. It can also be used to suggest a connection to nature, or a flowing supernatural mystical energy. You'll notice secondary colors green and purple and orange tend to be for our favorite villains. Black and white are for characters closer to death, whether they've recently been brought back to life or they're just spooky. Sometimes, like the Punisher, it's to show you that their worldview is black and white without subtleties of gray. If you think some of these old examples don't hold weight, let's look at some of the biggest comic hits for kids lately. See any familiar colors? It's almost all primary. Yes, Petey, who started as a villain, and Bird are both orange. But that's a color for humor, and kids' comics tend to be funnier, and they might use orange a little more. One of the few classic orange heroes is the Thing from the Fantastic Four. He's an orange rock monster, and not surprisingly one of the funniest characters in the Marvel Universe. Anyway, you can apply color theory to modern heroes as well, whether super or just regular protagonists. It's still a powerful tool. Good luck and keep thinking deep thought balloons.